flight kick? Okay. Yeah, I don't remember. I played Birdie a while ago. Yeah, because half circle back punch is command throw, right? Yeah, so that makes sense. My Jenga commentary is OD. Thank you. That's very nice of you. You know, I do a lot of studying for every other game, but my Jenga commentary somehow ends up being really strong. Man, that was scary. I was so worried for Didimokof, because I'll tell you guys this. I really like... You remember Yukadon bodied him? No, he definitely did not body Didimokof. Here's the thing. I watched Didimokof play, so I watched the regional finals where he won. And there's a weird situation with that because a lot of people said that the reason he won was because Mena and someone else didn't go because there was no money and there was like a tournament that had a prize bonus. So they went to that instead, right? So people were talking trash, but I watched him play and I was very impressed. He beat Kaba, who's ridiculously good. Everybody knows that Kaba is a super strong player. Then I watched him play at WNF and I was watching him play casuals against people and I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude is fucking good. Yeah, Brawlinho and Mena didn't go, right? Because they were both qualified for Capcom Cup anyway, but I was like, Jesus Christ, this dude is fucking good. Like, it's crazy. He is really, really good. I was watching him play casuals with Strider and a bunch of the people at WNF, and I was like, man, this Dawson player is really strong. Kaba, yeah, C-A-B-A. Go look up his Guile play if you haven't seen it. He's really, really good. The DR and actually Latin America in general, like, has really good players. You just don't see them travel as much. And their style is, like, way different than... what's it called? Everybody else. So like the thing about the Latin America scene and in general is that style is very different from like everywhere else. And I noticed this specifically when I watched them play Tekken and at TXT, but I re-noticed it. Like I noticed it when I watched Tekken, and then I thought about it again when I watched the Latin America players play Street Fighter. And then when you watch the DR players play, they have like sort of their own style. It's kind of similar in a lot of ways, right? That like is completely different from everywhere else. And I feel like their style is better against Japanese players than like the US style in a lot of matchups. Which is why I think that they like stylistically clash better with Japanese players in this tournament than the American players did. Which is what I think of Didimokof. Although he misses 2 drills here, which I was real sad about at the start. That's tough. Yeah, I think that stylistically, Latin American players have a better style to deal with Japanese players than American players do. Execution error is really costing him so far in this set. You can't afford to have those forever. No, I'm really impressed with a lot of them. They're all so good, dude. Every time somebody new, that was matchup knowledge right at the start, right? This is good matchup knowledge. Back throw. After back throw, when Ibuki dashes up, down strong catches you hitting buttons, but you can backdash it. So for Ibuki to beat it, she can just throw a kunai from far away. Yeah, the correct play, right. It's like more of a... I don't know. It's like more of an understanding of like what you need to do to win in tournaments, you know? I like the Latin America style because it's very different. Latin America, Latin players, and like DR players have like a similar... Oh yeah, Yukadon stick went out. I forgot about that. You know what's crazy is like, so Yukadon stick goes out here, right? He has like a strange error. Razor, he got given a new stick by Razor. Like Razor hooked him up with a new stick, and they took this stick to try to fix it for him. That's pretty cool, right? I was talking to Markman about it. So they hooked him up with a new stick, and they what's it called? They took the old stick in to like try to get it fixed. So yeah, because of the stick malfunction, Didimokof gets the first game. Describe the style. I don't know. I've been thinking about making a YouTube video talking about it, but it's very like if you watch Didimokof and you watch what's it called, like the Latin America style and the DR style are kind of similar in a lot of ways. One thing about Didimokof is that he never techs on defense ever. Every single time Didimokof's on defense, he hits jab. Every single time. He's like not teching at all. He's fighting. Like, there's actually no position on the screen where he feels uncomfortable fighting. And he just makes, like, the right decisions all the time. That's one thing that really stood out to me about him when he played Dhalsim. Like, when you watch him on defense, especially against Nemo and against Kazunoko. Yeah, this is a good trade. It allows him to reload the kunai. Against Kazunoko and against Nemo, it's super obvious. He just, like, he fights it out. Like, no matter where he is on the screen, he's not going to give you an inch. He's just like, look, I'm going to fight. Right? Yep, that does not... Gale is really good against uppercuts. You know? Gale is really good against uppercuts for this reason. I actually wish he would have done down fierce flame into super. Actually, it might not have worked. I think that Gale was maybe supposed to be. My theory about that Gale is that it was supposed to be a fake teleport so that he would block behind. I'm not sure if that's what he tried. I think when he stood up there, maybe that's what it was. I don't know. Yeah, that was good punish. Punishing landing frames like that is not easy, so that was nice. Man is damn good, dude. The DR players and the Latin America's players play very differently. They have a different style. It's like very noticeable when you watch them play. Damn, he's fighting. Look at him go. I really like the way he uses Anvil too. Man, it's really crazy. Yeah, this is actually yeah, that's what I'm fucking talking about. This is actually a really tough neutral game for what's it called? For Ibuki to deal with float in. Her only answer is kunai release up in the air, and then you get to reload after, but it's not really that threatening. And yeah, back fierce preemptively, he uses a shit ton. The whiff recovery is not actually that long on it. Yeah, get in there. Oh, he tried down strong. Damn. You know, Ibuki's jump medium kick is one of the hardest anti-air buttons in the game, right? It's really tough. It's got a weird hurt box on it, and it also can randomly cross up in situations that feel strange. The way he fought for that space. I feel like many sim players will play this range like much more preemptively, or sorry, reactively. But he instead fought for his space with fireball, anvil, jump roundhouse off a float. Right? Yeah, slide in there. Don't wait for Ibuki, instead go after her. You see what I mean? Don't wait for Ibuki, right? Just take space and fight her when you can. He does that much more often than I expected, and I think that's why he fights Rashid well. Like he beats Oil King, and that's why he beat Kazunoko, I think. It's not like it's not the Dhalsim style you expect. Yeah, Yukadon picks strong characters. I like that about him. I like that about him and Goichi. They just pick strong shit. Yeah, right. He always brings the fight to you. It's like, it's strange because it's not a Dhalsim style you expect, but it's like very obvious if you've seen Latin America players play before. It's like that's the way they play, right? That's like the style of play they play. Yeah, they're very passionate about the way they play, and like they're very prideful about their game plan, and like when they play you, it feels like they're trying to like be like, look, we're playing this fucking game. Like this, I want to play like this. This is what I'm gonna play. Like I'm gonna exert my will. It's really interesting, even on a character like Dhalsim, right? Like look at how this round started. Right? Look at how this round started. It's a really interesting style. It's so different from the way many US players play. And I think, yeah, like I said, I think stylistically it matches up better with many of the Japanese players than the US. Like, he just takes the offense at the start and takes a shit ton of gray and chip damage from it. Right? Boom, and then the roundhouse at the end tags the backdash. And he got all that damage through blocking, really, right? Obnoxious? Yeah, it's very frustrating because that style can piss you off really fast, right? And then Latin America players will talk shit on you if you get pissed off, and it's great. It's like the combination of all those things is really hard to deal with. It's very KOF-ish, yeah, for sure. I like watching KOF players for that reason. That low catches a lot of people. Many people stand up against Dhalsim in this range because they like to walk back, right? After you block drill, and he does standing jab, many people stand block, I think sort of out of habit, because either they want to walk back and avoid throw mix-up, or because Dhalsim's lows prior to his buffed normal, this one, were really weak. So there was always an incentive to walk back against this character. Whether to make his drill spacing whiff, whether it was like to try to walk back at a Gale, whatever, right? Like this new low changes the way you have to block against him. Because now if you down back all the time like he's doing, yeah, this is a good example, right? So like before, you would always walk backwards to avoid situations like this, where you'd eat the Gale, you eat like a drill that's spaced perfectly so there's plus frames, which means that he goes for another Gale, which means that he gets a jab, back medium kick, and then like normally right there he goes for what's it called, flame. But yeah, his drill spacing is really effective. The one that throws me off is the drills that are straight down, right? The drills where he tags your toes like that, Those are fucking hard to do. Look at that drill. Always, right? Look at that. That was pretty. I think it's because he's so used to playing offensive, right? Like, look at this drill spacing. How high he is in the air, and he aims it right at her toes. I don't think Yukadon really anti-airs almost any of the drills. Yeah. Jab into low is catching him so often. You know, I play a lot of fighting games, actually. I just really hate playing certain fighting games online. I hate playing Street Fighter V online because the netcode's so bad. He tried to jab check because the kunai missed. Right? This is what he tried here. The kunai whiffed, so he for sure thought to himself, well, I should probably be advantage. Yeah, he tried to jab, but she actually, it looks like she was like maybe +1 or 2. Look at that drill. Yeah, Yukadon has to respect those. Anvil for sure. I thought that's what he was going to do. He went for another drill. And because Yukadon's jumping out or standing up, like if you're Didimokof, you just go low, like way more, right? Because Yukadon's not respecting it. He's trying to jump out. Yeah, caught him. Wake up jab? Do it. Jab him. Yeah, back throw kill. My favorite fighting game to play online? Right now, it's probably Injustice because the netcode is good. It used to be KI. I just haven't been playing that much KI lately. Nice flow. Damn, right over the kunai. I think that this matchup is interesting because if it wasn't for the absurd comeback potential of Ibuki, I think Sim would probably win. Like, if she didn't have such a crazy good V-trigger, I think that the neutral, because of float, is actually really fine for him. Like, next season, if her mix-ups are nerfed, I think she might actually have a hard time against him, right? Because she's losing some of her mix-up potential. He's cutting off the screen. Trying to corner here. Nice. That's an okay option to the Gale, and you get the float, and you get your kunais back, but it's very low damage. So, I don't think it's like a long-term win. Yeah, float. Right? Float completely beats it. Got him. He's CA. Set up here. Oh, yeah, the kunai, he did the fireball a little too far. Yeah, wake up button. There's not that many throw techs. Oh, that was probably a V reversal. There's not that many throw techs from Didimokof on defense. He hits a lot of jab, and he like fights for his space. He doesn't like to tech that much. Especially like he doesn't get throw baited a ton. Oh, yeah, meaty. Meaty. Maybe he jumped? I'm not sure. Florida isn't East Coast, it's Florida. Are you guys arguing about where North America is and isn't? California is not West Coast, it's California. I don't know. I don't know what Florida counts as, to be honest. Counter hit. Meaty slide. Yeah, I actually don't think Dalsum is generally, like, on something like that, he's not going to be plus, right? I don't think he was plus here. There's no way. Actually, he probably was plus, but he tried down fierce. Yeah, behind. Carry her back to the corner here. In the front, yeah. He didn't think it was going to hit, I don't think. Good whiff punish. He believed it was going to be something else. This is a pretty decent spot for Dalsum, I think, actually. Man, look at the way he played that. I feel like no Dalsum player does this. This is such a strange thing. He walked all the way forward, slid, and then drilled. I feel like most Dalsum players, when they have the position, like, I think about it like this. Most Dalsum players at this position, what do? They walk backwards, they float up here somewhere, or they throw a fireball. Right? Those are like the decision making. Those are the three most common options that Dalsum players will do here. Not walk forward, MK slide. Right? It's such a strange choice. Yeah, wake up button again. Whiff punish. And yeah, he's moving in. Oh, that was a bad trade, yeah. I don't think he expected the jump. It's interesting. KOF, no, I never really messed with KOF. I think KOF's a really fun game to watch, though. I became interested in KOF after Combo Breaker the first year, 2015. Because, what's it called? Oh, throw tech, yeah. Meaty, yeah. I became interested in it after like, I went to Combo Breaker one year and I hung out with Romance, and Romance won Combo Breaker KOF. And I was just talking to him about it. What a fucking check. And then I played a little bit of KOF 14 because my roommate was interested in it. Yeah, this drill was slightly too high. What a punish. Jesus, down fierce. Like, I find it really fun to watch KOF at Evo. Yeah, it takes the forward throw. And just wait it out. I like jump roundhouse. A lot of people jump in that scenario. It's common. When you see Dalsum floating up here, you see Yukadon even kind of looks like he's thinking about jumping there, but he decides not to at the last second, and that roundhouse would have clipped him. Will I play DBFZ when it comes out? Yeah, for sure. I'll play it. I'm interested in trying it. If it sucks, then I won't play it, but if it's good, I'll play it. I think it'll be good, but who knows? Oh, yeah, you got smoked. That's really unfortunate. What software or hardware am I using to draw on my screen? So if you have XSplit, right? Oh, man. What just happened? Okay. If you have XSplit like I do, man, it's doing a weird thing. All right. XSplit doesn't want to drag into this monitor without being weird. All right. If you have XSplit like I do, there's a program called Whiteboard like this. And when you have a whiteboard, you can draw on the screen and point an arrow to thank Manolin Cheese for, Manolion? Main Lion. That's the one. Main Lion for giving me the cheers. Yeah, so I can draw on the screen. And it's pretty nice. So, yeah, that's what I use.
Like the kunai release, right? So that sets them up, it pops them up in the air, makes the C after.
No, I never really messed around with the old KOF games. Yeah, so for some reason when I was dragging this XSplit around, it like, yeah, it did that, right? It killed the other things that I have open. That's so strange. I don't know why it was doing that. That's weird. Also, I lost my chat. Give me the chat. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the monitors. The two monitors I have set up. It's weird. Mandolin cheese. It said CHEE. It looked like cheese to me. Cheese sounds great. Thanks for the bits, though. That's very kind of you. It's my wallpaper from. It's from an anime. I don't know if there was a good anti-air option he had there. He could have tried jab, I guess. Yeah. Cross-up jump medium kick from Ibuki is very hard to anti-air, actually. And it can hit on both sides pretty evenly. I used to have a different wallpaper, but what's it called? I lost it. I lost my wallpaper on my background, so I'm really sad about that. FEX, yeah. Fighting EX Lair is the name of the game. Yeah. Look at that. Preemptive anvil. Fights for his own space. I like this guy, Didimokof. He doesn't go down without a fight. I like how often he woke up buttons against Kazunoko and Nemo. Ah, got him. Yeah, it's an animated movie. No anti-air? I guess maybe he was afraid of kunai. It's so strange. Watching Didimokof play is really awesome because he's like has such a different fire or a different style of Dalsum. Yeah, that's unfortunate. You gotta take a setup here instead of the damage, right? You go for target combo. Yeah, definitely. Kunai in the front. Yeah. Release. Yep, that's a tough mix-up. You have to guess on what he's gonna do here, but kunai in the front's pretty common, right? Because if he does jump medium kick, it goes behind, but it's very delayed. So I think this is kind of a fuzzyable mix-up. But he gets a combo off it. Yeah, nice work. I thought this was a good set. Even though Didimokof lost, I think I expected him to lose here, given the matchup. But he played well, I think. I also like the art on his stick. It's pretty tight.